Valuation is crucial for real estate transactions, helping buyers, sellers, and lenders to make informed decisions. Today, we have Cynthia Soo, Deputy Managing Director of Savills Singapore, Valuation and Advisory, with us in the studio. Welcome, Cynthia.
Thank you, Jack.
Now, if a client were to come to you and ask for a valuation, be it for a residential or commercial property, what would be the first things you would do leading up to the actual valuation itself?
For that, I would need to know the property details, the purpose of the valuation, and is there any date of valuations that the client would like us to assess on, and also the basis of valuation. Then thereafter, we'll prepare a fee proposal outlining the scope of the work and the estimate time that we can turn over the report, and also, of course, our fee to formalize the valuation engagement.
And how long does the whole process normally take from the client coming to you till you finishing the job?
Okay, typically it's about 10 to 14 working days. From the time that we receive all the relevant information.
So what drew you to this field of valuation? Because it seems quite unique.
Okay, first of all, because I love numbers. And also was very amazed how a valuer can put a value to a property. That rose my curiosity. That's why I decided to venture into valuation profession. And I also feel that it's a good start for career planning. It will serve as a good foundation to actually understand the mechanism, how the value is being determined, and you will have it will form a very good foundation for future. If I were to switch to another profession, be it for capital market, or even I can venture into banking industry.
I mean, it's interesting that you said what are the factors that impact the value of a property. So what are exactly these factors?
Okay, the factors are mainly the tenure of the property, locations, the floor area, land area, and the age and condition of the property. These are the main factors that will affect the value of the property.
Are there any unique stories about the property? Like, for example, it was something being used in World War II, or things like that.
If they have this heritage nature, then a factor of adjustment will be made to that to reflect.
That's so interesting, isn't it? So why is valuation so critical to understanding the Singapore real estate today?
Valuation play a crucial role in real estate transactions, helping buyers, sellers, and lenders to make informed decisions. Valuation stands at the heart of Singapore real estate ecosystem, and it's not just a figure on the paper. It's a disciplined, independent, and evidence-based process to determine the worth of the property through market indicators, transactions data, and also market benchmarking. Accurate valuation contributes to overall stability of Singapore real estate market.
And there's many shifts in global interest rates in the last 2 years. How has that transformed the valuation approaches in Singapore, if any?
With this, valuers have to embrace a more dynamic and sensitive approach in determining the value, to reflect the evolving market's condition.
With geopolitical uncertainties and economic headwinds, what has been the most surprising trend in property values these days?
The most surprising trend that I think is the resistance in property prices. Especially you can see in the recent new launches, residential launches, the take-up rate is so good, and the prices is heading north, despite the slow market condition.
Right. And obviously, there's bound to be differences in opinion between what buyers perceive a property is worth in terms of its value and what an objective assessment is. How do you mitigate that?
For this instance, we will explain to the client the factors that will affect the value. For instance, like what I have mentioned earlier on, the location, the age, the floor area and size, how this will impact on the value. And we also will share with them the sales comparables that we have adopted and the market trends, so that they are comfortable with the numbers that we have actually recommended for them to understand how we derive the numbers.
And how has technology or AI changed the way Savills or other valuation companies conduct valuations?
For technologies and AIs, in fact, they enhances speed, cost efficiency, and scalability, especially for standard residential property and providing the preliminary assessment. Having said that, it's important that human experts oversight come in. This is very essential because the algorithms of the AI might not be able to keep up with the market shift and the changes in regulations, as well as certain unique features that AI won't be able to pick up. That's why human experts, valuer like us, is essential. Yeah. Then Savills also actually adopt a hybrid. We have we have a system from technology. We incorporate digital capability with traditional experts' judgment. With that, it will form a very strong and database-driven valuation, which is robust.
So is it quite safe to say that AI will never be able to replace human valuers?
Of course. Yeah. Because they are unable to keep up, the real-time market shift.
Right.
Whereas as a valuer, we keep track of the market conditions. So we're able to make that kind of shift and the treatments in the valuation.
On that note itself, there has been a number of websites that offers instant valuation to a property. How accurate are these compared to what a human valuer assessment?
I shan't comment on this, on the accuracy of the third-party website by other firms. But definitely AI is actually powered by historical data, big data, and it's machine learning. So they can actually streamline routine tasks and also accelerate the turnover time. However, it needs humans oversight, because as I mentioned earlier, algorithms, unable to keep up with the change in the market, even in the regulations.
Right.
So it's still important for human valuers to be in place and to do the oversight.
Obviously in your line of work, you have valued properties like residential, commercial, industrial, or even alternative assets. Out of all this, which type of asset class is the hardest to value?
Okay, at the moment, I would think it's data center because data center is a niche asset with high market opacity. And the key challenge come in when, there are very limited transactions data. Because of these limitations, we have difficulty in building up the data source, the market benchmarking. And on top of it, the leasing structure is also not available due to typically their leases come with some confidentiality clauses that cannot be shared. So that is very challenging as compared to valuing of property like commercial building and residential building.
With sustainability and ESG being such important consideration in the real estate landscape these days, how do they factor into property valuation?
Yes, ESG has been very, very important now, especially when government actually is looking into net zero. Yeah. So how we factor in our valuation is by direct comparison method, where we will compare, those ESG certified properties with ours and also ensuring that they have a similar green features. so that we make sure that the ESR credential is rightfully or properly factored into the value. Then another methods that we are looking at is the income approaches, where we will look into the cost savings component, be it in energies or waters, the cost efficiency, and also the cost of retrofitting the asset. This will affect the performance of the property in long term.
And from your experience, what are some of the most common misconceptions of valuation?
Well, the most the most common one will be, it's so simple, it's easy, it's just a figure on the paper. Just go to the property, take some shots and come back, the number is there and there you complete your assignment. But that's not the case. Valuation entails a very rigorous process. We need to collect a lot of market data, analyze all the transactions, explore, if we come in one outliers transaction, we need to investigate what is the reasons behind it before we discard it as a comparable, so that we can produce an accurate valuations.
And what sort of long-term trends do you foresee will redefine valuation in Singapore over the next few years?
Oh, for long-term trend, technology. Eventually, I would think that with the advanced technology, there will be a hybrid model, meaning valuers will have to embrace the technology to help them to enhance the speed and the data, in terms of data accuracy. Well, for the valuers, right, the human valuers, we will focus more on the high order analysis and also the supervisory roles.
What sort of advice would you give to young professional who's thinking of entering the valuation sector?
I would say good choice. Okay, I will advise them to focus on building their competencies and also build up curiosity. When I say about focus on competency is, to acquire technical knowledge and skill. Curiosity is more on dare to ask. That's the good opportunity for them to ask, be it, some question they might deem not so smart. But that's the opportunity as beginners. You are given all the opportunity to ask and, fulfill your curiosity. Also will tell them to build up their network, which is very important in current situation. Yeah, when, everybody is so commercialized. So it's good to build up a good network, and it can matter more than resume.
How would you recommend someone to build up a good network?
Meet up with people, attend some seminars, where that's the opportunities there.
Tell me something that most people do not know about Cynthia Soo.
I believe a lot of people don't know that I like gardening. Yeah, I enjoy gardening, and it is a good bonding time with my family, because my late mom liked gardening. Then my siblings, so that, on weekends we'll gather together and we talk about, what we had planted and what have grown, what have bloomed. So, also at the same time, take our mind off our job.
And what sort of plants do you have you tried so far?
Oh, I tried edible plants. So I have capsicums with good harvest, chili as well. Yeah, then I got sweet potatoes, Then I tried papaya, but it doesn't bear any fruits. Yeah, and also tried longan, but still waiting for it to bear fruits.
Wow, longan.
Yeah.
Personally, I have tried papaya myself.
Okay.
It's a hit and miss. Some of the papaya trees do bear very, very sweet fruits.
Oh.
And some just don't at all. No fruits.
So yours bear fruits. Oh, that's very fortunate.
The early days.
Oh,
then it grew so tall, it became quite challenging to pluck it.
Oh.
So we have no choice but to cut it down.
Oh, what a waste.
Yeah. So if you get a chance to go back in time and speak to 21-year-old Cynthia Soo, what would you say to her?
I would tell her, trust your gut. Don't overthink. you'll miss the chance.
I guess that's a very Singaporean thing to do, isn't it? To kind of second guess yourself.
Correct. Because of overthinking, I miss out a lot of opportunities. So I would tell my 21 self, just try it. Trust your gut. Go for it. Yeah.
How does one stop second guessing oneself?
How does one stop guessing oneself? Confidence. That's what I feel. Yeah.
Okay.
Then also will tell my 21 self, learn how to learn. Because adaptabilities is really timeless. Yeah. Because technology evolve, industry evolve. So you must learn how to adapt. And also learn to bend without breaking it.
Well, you give us a lot to think about, a lot of food for thought. And on that note, thank you, Cynthia, for your time.
Thank you, Jack.
And you can catch all the episodes of Savills Shares Season 1 and 2 on YouTube Music as well as Spotify. Till the next one, God bless. This podcast is for general information only and should not be taken as professional advice. Savills accept no responsibility or liability for any direct or indirect or any consequential loss from the use of, reference to, or the reliance on this podcast or its content.